Alright, you're now ready to begin filing for your lawsuit. That is a separate case from the criminal case, though you can file it here in the same ticket for training purposes, but for other purposes, the lawyer would open their own ticket here outside of the client and go and file for the civil case, or if the client can, have them open another ticket and move to the case filing section. So, we're going to go to legal template, go to L for lawsuit, which appears to not be listed down here and will be fixed later. So we'll find the blank lawsuit form. We'll go make a copy and rename it to the person suing, which is your client Christian Tate, and the defendant, which the defendant for the civil case will be Salio, San Andreas law enforcement officer. You'll put your client, Christian Tate. You'll put the defendant, Salio. You'll put the business or organization, which in this case is Salio. You'll then go and fill out the torts, which for this, there's going to be one tort for extortion of sexual acts. And for torts of this type that are non-directly harmful, it's normally 60 to 80,000 for these kinds of torts. You'll put one tort for force, and similarly, that'll be 80,000. And then, as we do not believe the arrest was lawful, since he was fleeing in a justified manner from an attempted forced sexing by the officers, you'll put a fourth chase. Put that. It's 80,000. And we'll do something similar here. As we do not also believe that the arrest was lawful, given that we believe the chase and attempted detainment was unlawful. You'll then go down here and put on 9, 12, 25. Chaos. So you're stating again when it happened, who it happened, what it happened. You're going to state how it happened. Because did they accidentally hit? Did they purposefully hit? It's important to list these things. You'll then go and state the facts of the case. Struck each and Steve to extort And when you state these, you should state the facts of what they happened. Don't say something ambiguous like they attempted to extort the client. What did they attempt to extort him for? How's it extortion? Asking for money and ass? That's extortion. If you don't list that, it's likely that your document will get denied. Then SOPs and client, the extortion attempts There we go. So you've now stated what's happened. Now this right here, right here, this is the premise of the lawsuit. These are the facts as they happened. This is your statement of the premise of the facts. Now you need to put facts to support the premise here, the statement of what happened. So you'll go here, you'll take the picture you got, you'll go here, you put that in here, you'll go here, you'll take the cam, the video, and always specify where this came from. And then you'll go and you'll want to find your client's affidavit, and you want to get a copy of that, and you want to put that in here too. And there we go. Now we have the statement of all these facts of what happened here. Alright. Now, what you want to do is state your conclusion. And your conclusion is the same thing of here, because the premise, the facts showing your statement of the objective facts of how the events unfolded. Because of this, your conclusion now is that these things happened, that they extorted sexual acts, that they unlawfully used spike strips, is they violated it for an unlawful chase, and they violated the Fourth Amendment again for also arresting the individual and charging him. And up here. And you'll want to get your cell visit form, and get this too, since there's no MDT, though normally you would put the MDT in here. Spiking. So as the spiking was unlawful by as the extortion we extortion tort, then There we go. And in situations like this, you may also file for, say, medical costs, but since the client, of his own fleeing, in portion did cause the crash and the accident, I wouldn't file this for it here since he contributed to it, but the spike strip violation most definitely can be filed for. Now you'll go up here, you'll total these up, and that is 320,000. You could ask for a court enforcement, but we're not going to do that here. We're going to save this for a petition later on. No property was taken off the client, so we're not going to request any back here. And under here, you always ask for payment of lawyer fees, which in this case, since he is a civilian, we're going to put it as 100,000. You will then come down here, sign your name, and date it. And then you would go, put it to editor, boop, submit it in your ticket. You the judge would then go, sign it, date it, approve it, you would then go, you change it back to viewer, go here, and they would then have this here. And you can also file, after this, a petition for a restraining order against Alejandro Morales and against Mr. Steve Johnson. Do remember to keep logging all of your documents here in your checklist and the proper submission slot.